Behold, it is I, the ultimate life form, Shadow, the Hedgehog, coming to you today with the very first edition of Shadow Discussions, where I discuss topics that I want to talk about. This one in particular is the one that will really get me heated. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of a disclaimer. Number one, if you haven't seen Volume 6 of RWBY, then don't click on this video. I don't want to hear any of you complaining about spoilers. I put this warning here for a reason. If you don't want to listen to the warnings, then don't shoot the messenger. Number two, these are my opinions and what I've noticed from the show, and also from Kai's experience with being in a fandom that was similar to RWBY, that they may still be similar. And number three, no shipping is canon until the show states otherwise. Okay, now let's get into it. Fandom is supposed to be a place to where fans can discuss anything. They can discuss their love for the show, correct? But you humans just had to take fandom and turn it into toxicity, especially the anime and manga community. And RWBY is no exception to this rule. Ever since shipping became a thing, we saw these things called ship wars. Oh yeah, well, I ship Naruto x Ramen. Yeah, well, that's not canon because it's all about... It's stupid. Ship wars are so stupid. There are even ship wars in my fan base. Oh yeah, well, who do you ship? I ship Sonic with Amy. I ship Sonic with Sally. I ship Sonic with Chili Dog. Shipping was supposed to be a thing to where it was supposed to be this fun, harmless thing until people got obsessed over it. And then they decide, because they like the idea of the ship, now they want the people working on the show to make it canon. That's not the point of shipping. You are supposed to love the ship, regardless if it becomes canon or not. Jeez, it hasn't been 5 minutes and I'm already heated. So, you mean to tell me that your precious Bumblebee is automatically canon because of what happened at the end of Volume 6 and by what the voice actors have said? Interesting. Very interesting piece of evidence when other shippings that haven't happened had the same thing as you, like a certain Naruto pairing. Yes, Naruto and Sakura had evidence. Did it happen? No. And the Japanese voice actress for Naruto shipped Naruto with Sakura. The words of voice actors and the evidence and the arguments doesn't mean anything. But no. You know, I have nothing against people shipping. It's when people take it too far. Like the RWBY fan base. Hence why this thumbnail shows Black Sun and Adam X Blake. Because, oh yeah, we're getting into that discussion. About how, ever since the end of Volume 6 happened, the fan base is a lot more diverse than what it already was. You have the Adam fans pissed that Adam lost so easily. And then you have the Bumblebee fans screaming that, screaming back at them, saying that he wasn't nerfed, and that now Bumblebee is canon. And then you have the Black Sun fans who, well, they feel like, pretty much, from what I can gather, they don't feel that they feel like all that development between Blake and Sun there was no point to it. Even though that, to be honest, they have showed a lot more evidence than Bumblebee. And then right now on Twitter, you see a little bit of a war between RWBY fans because of this one guy that posted this very dark picture of Blake and Yang, putting the only canon Bumblebee, and it shows them basically killing each other off. And now people are now calling him. People are not happy. But here's the thing. Okay. Yes, was it a little bit too much? Maybe. But that's his opinion. And here's the thing. Dark humor exists. Kai is a horror fan, and he didn't take it the same way as you crybabies are. But oh no, Bumblebee is canon. It's 90% canon. It's 50% canon. It's 100% canon. Shut up. Just enjoy the show for what it is. If it happens, it happens. If it's not, if it doesn't, get over it. All the evidence that they have showed for this shipping has been over. I think the word you're using is that they make it more than what it is. That's an easier term, since you're having trouble talking how angry you are. Thank you. Now shut up. This is my video. The whole dancing bit, which is where basically Bumblebee was born. People now say, why did Blake go to the dance? Well, here's my counter argument. What was the next scene after that? Blake went to find Sun so that they can both go to the dance together. And if Yang really showed feelings for Blake, don't you think she would have been a tiny bit jealous at Sun? No. Is it possible? Yes, but let the writers do what they need to do to tell the story. Watch the damn show. You know, I get it. You guys like Blake and Yang being together, but here's the thing. Don't assume that your parent is canon when it's most likely not. And it may not be canon. We don't know. This is why I hate shipping wars. This is why I hate fandom. This is why I stay away from any of it. Because at the end of the day, it makes everyone look like assholes. Here's the thing. Actually, do you want to see this next part? Sure. Now, I know that all Bumblebee fans, I know that not every Bumblebee fan is toxic. And I even debated with one on YouTube. And it was a pretty chilled discussion. You know, I didn't agree with any of her points, and she didn't agree with any of mine, but we agreed to disagree, and we heard each other out. That is what fandom needs to do. We need to hear each other's opinions out and understand that anything can be misinterpreted. Song lyrics, movie scenes, anime scenes, manga panels, stuff in books. Anything can be misinterpreted to fit our bias. Exactly. Now here's the thing. Kai does ship some RWBY characters. He technically ships he basically ships a LGBT pairing by default because he ships Yang, X-Raven, X-Summer, and by default he also ships Raven and Summer. So he's not against having Bumblebee in the show. He's against you fans that are constantly shoving down their views down people's throats and assuming that it's canon when it's not. And also, when it comes to the voice actress of Yang, people have the right to discuss something that they don't like in a show. That's the point. I get what you're trying to say. You don't want, people to bully others if they enjoy something that they don't. I get that. But not everyone is going to ruin something for others. Like, for instance, that debate that Kai had with that Bumblebee fan. That makes people feel good. Yes, they basically agreed to disagree. But you know what? They both hurt each other. And that's how fandoms should be. Even if you disagree with others, you shouldn't fight over it. They're just fictional characters. It's just a fictional world. They don't exist. And also, too, RWBY is not romance-driven anyways. Even though that they try pushing romance, it doesn't work. So in my opinion, and this may piss off a lot of you all that do ship, I think the show's better off not confirming any ships. I think they should keep Team RWBY as friends and nothing more. It'll save everybody the headache. And it will save people from getting attacked from the other side if their ship doesn't happen. And keep in mind, the more radical Bumblebee fans do attack their own because the voice actors of Blake. Yes, I'm bringing a voice actor into this since you Bumblebee fans love doing the same thing. During RTX, when the Volume 5 soundtrack, I believe it was the Volume 5 or Volume 4, can't remember which one, either way, doesn't matter. There was a song that basically translated into Bumblebee. It was the weird Bumblebee spelling. And they asked if that means it's canon. And it put the voice actress Blake on the spot, and she said no, it's not. And that got her attacked on Twitter. You guys gotta remember, the voice actors of Blake and Yang do ship Bumblebee. They do like it a lot. So, what's going to happen if it doesn't happen? Are you guys going to throw a hissy fit? Are you guys going to attack the people on the show to change it? No. This is their show. They can do what they want. If they want to make Bumblebee happen, then hey, congrats, I guess. Even though I still stand by, it wouldn't change nothing about the show. Because the weakest points of the show is the romance. Hence why I said romance is not important to RWBY. And I know what you're thinking. Wait, Shadow the Hedgehog watches RWBY and anime. Damn right I do. Now, some people would probably ship me with Blake, but here's the thing. I like Yang. I also like Raven. So, I get it. Me and Blake have a similar personality. But here's the thing. If Bumblebee can happen on this day 4th, I shall call mine and Yang's shipping. RWBY. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, well, calling the shipping Bumblebee is dumb too. I mean, you have Yang's bike that's called Bumblebee. Then you have the attack name of Blake and Yang's called Bumblebee. Now you have the shipping name be Bumblebee. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm never wrong. Anyways, that's it for me for this today. And as always, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Now I believe you'll be recording a video today. Yeah, I am. Alright then. And as always, oh yeah, one more thing. Watch the show. And don't worry about if your ship becomes canon or not. You guys can discuss it, but don't force it on others. Now, would you like to say something? Considering it's my video. Yeah, sure. Going back to what Shadow put about the one guy kind of in a way trolling the Bumblebee fans, I've been basically doing the same thing on my channel. Well, not on my channel, on my Twitter. Now, mine isn't as extreme, and I made it known. I don't really care if Bumblebee becomes canon, because it wouldn't ruin the show for me. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, people have the right to ship whoever they want, and I totally agree with that. But it gets to a point, if fans start becoming toxic over it, then yeah, I'm gonna call out them on their shit. It's not, that's basically bullying right there. It's unneeded arguments, because again, like what Shadow just said, they're just fictional characters, guys. They're not gonna ruin your freaking whole day. I mean, just enjoy the show for what it is. If they happen, great. I'm happy for you guys, but if it doesn't, then just enjoy the show, and you guys can still support Bumblebee. Because even I ship pairings that would never happen. Let me to be honest with you, it would never happen. Case in point, Kai and Mariah from Beyblade. Yeah, I ship them, and a lot of people would be like that would never happen, and I know this. But again, I guess in a way the people that ship Itachi and Sakura, that's a similar scenario. So people, I mean, I get it. People are going to ship whoever they want, and also too, just even if you don't agree with people, then just listen to them. You may learn something, and you may realize that at the end of the day, that's what fandom is about. We are supposed to be able to discuss things without conflict, and it's not like that anymore. That's why so many fandoms are known to be toxic. The Sonic fan base, the Dragon Ball fan base, the Star Wars fan base, the RWBY fan base, is because you have these very toxic people in them that just ruin it for people, and then just shoves their views down their throats. And I'm not for that at all. I don't like it. I think people have the right to enjoy what they want to enjoy. And yeah, I do disagree with what the voice actors of what Yang said. I'm gonna be honest. But anyways, this is going to be my last video on RWBY. So if I just want to say this, even if even if you do disagree with me, just just be cool about it, and we can have a nice debate. So, because I think it's possible for humans to have debates and not argue over it. Anyways, I'll see you all on my next video. Wait, that was Moscow X's ending. Shit. Anyways, Shadow, can you do your ending again? Sure. Chaos Control.